And the girlies are back from Korea and Japan.
Finally.
This one's so much more special because it was like with our family and it was so wholesome.
I literally could be their mom.
Oh, when we're unboxing them Sunny Angels, I'm like, I'm 12. And then,
and so I'm just sitting there, literally just like silently, just bawling.
And I'm like, are you okay? Do you need something? She's like, I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you. No, it's fine. It's fine. Do not worry.
The following podcast is a Dear Media production.
Pretty basic.
Hey guys, we're back.
Hello.
I'm your co-host Alisha Marie.
And I'm your co-host Remi Cruz.
And the girlies are back from Korea and Japan.
Finally.
I have so much I want to talk about this episode. I feel like this trip was amazing. If you guys watch our vlog channel, which if you're not subscribed, go subscribe to our vlogs and our TikTok and our Instagram and everything else. I would say Snapchat, but I don't really post there, but I've been trying to get more into Snapchat.
I tried, and then I at some point, it's too much. I've told myself, I was like, I need to stop. My year of 30, I'm going to do the things that serve me, the things that I enjoy doing. And as of right now, Snapchat is not on the list.
Well, and then it was like Red No, and then it was like Lemonade, and then it was like there's all these other, and I was like, I don't know what
it's too much. I know. But you know what? We're going to do the things that we can do and we know how to do and we enjoy doing, and we're going to do those well.
And one of those things is podcasting, which we love oh so much. Shout out to our day ones.
Hello.
Ollie behind the camera. Yeah, I'm in a day
Hi.
one. If you guys didn't see the vlogs, we went to Seoul, Korea. We were invited by Korean Airlines to go to their huge unveiling of their brand new like rebrand for their entire, it was like a merger as well as like a rebrand, and they unveiled their new planes and just showed all of the, you know, the seating and the option and like it's like it was so cool. And literally Remi and I were like, damn, we only need one small tiny little fleck of an excuse to go back to Asia after our trip last year. That was amazing.
Yes, no, it was the best trip ever. I know you guys have been waiting for like a big recap of everything. We're sorry that it's a little bit later than we wanted. Also, I'm sorry if I'm low energy right now. I'm not feeling very well, but I'm going to push through because I'm so excited to talk about everything that happened.
Which I said I could do a solo.
No, but they missed us. I know they missed us last week.
know.
Thank you to Ollie for coming in. That was great.
I'm not kidding. Like I felt fine. I felt mentally, physically fine. My voice gone. Like actually gone. Like not just, oh, my voice is gone. I like can't talk. I wanted to like come here and even just be physically here and sit, which would have been really funny. Obviously I don't want to get you guys sick, but thank you Ollie for filling in for me because it was one of those things I was like, I quite physically can't speak.
We had a late night episode, so we were honestly kind of unhinged. I left being like, what did we just talk about? Because we had decorated and done all the stuff for your surprise birthday party that whole day.
No wonder it was so late because Lexi told me when
late.
she was leaving and I was like, did it take that long?
It was a late night episode. So we were like, it was after hours and we were spilling some tea.
PB After Dark.
PB After Dark. We talked about that one influencer that was really rude to me at that event that we had.
Oh, yes. See, in my head, I was thinking another one. Unfortunately, some influencers are just kind of rude.
That's so true.
I used to take it more personally when people were like, just like I was let down from how I felt, but I've learned just to be like, you know what, their personality is not warm and fuzzy.
Yes.
The way I thought, like certain people, I'm like, because maybe they are great people. Like sometimes I feel like maybe I can come across weird to people, and
that's what we said. We're like, some people have off days.
Yeah.
That's okay.
So instead of making it a negative thing, it's like, oh, they're just not warm and fuzzy to like new people.
Yes, and I still use that person's products every day, and they still make some good products.
They do. They do. Going back to PB After Dark though, I still want to have a way that like when it is PB After Dark, the studio's like dark and like cozy and like moody, but still having good lighting for the people, you know.
I mean, I don't know if it picks up on camera, but we do have like Rolls Royce lights on these walls here. They like twinkle and they're so pretty and I'm looking at them, but I think they don't pick up on camera the best. So maybe one day we can dim the lights and you can just see the twinkly star ceiling.
Part of me is like, it's not even that. It's just not even in frame.
That as well.
Like,
that
it's
as well.
Like not in frame.
It is a beautiful set that unfortunately you will probably never see.
Speaking of Rolls Royce stars, at the Korean Air event, it was insane because literally I should have been recording, and Remi, like, I did the influencer like no where it's like, hey, can you send me that clip, because I didn't get it. But like they did this unveiling and it was showing all of these stars, and the next thing you know, you didn't realize they were on these it was on these like curtains, and the curtains fell and revealed the plane. And I remember thinking, oh, those look like the Rolls Royce stars when that was happening. And it was so cool. They were so sweet. And that was the only thing. Like, it was just one event, and that was like what the first real night that we were there. So then we were thinking, obviously we're really excited to bring our moms out. I also brought Ashley out. So it was such a wholesome family trip. I know we talked a lot about before going and that we were excited and stuff, but, and some of you watch the vlogs, so it might be a little redundant, but if you want to see everything like in real life of what happened, watch the vlogs. But, yeah. And then we went to Japan. I feel like we should start in Korea with like our first trip, and like even just seeing our family. Like, I was so excited when I found out they landed, and then that night we had the event, and then by the time we got back, they were like sleeping, but it was just like so weird to be like, oh my God, they're here.
It was such a special experience. And last year, obviously, we went with my mom and dad, and you came, which was so fun. And I feel like this trip, I don't know if it's just because you had more family there. Like, this time you had 2 family members, I had 1 family member. I think, and my mom obviously is like so used to Korea. I've already been there with her, that it was so fun. But I think it was just extra special seeing it through your eyes with your family being there for the first time. And it was just such an amazing time. I mean, we all got to bond so much and like get to know each other more and like make our own individual connections, which was really cool.
Yeah.
Our moms love each other so much. So it was really, really fun. And just overall was like the best trip.
And we all traveled well together.
Yeah.
Because like, I guess I didn't think about it because it's like our parents versus like if you were going with like a girl group when you're in your 20s and there's usually drama and stuff. Like, I didn't expect there to be drama, but we actually traveled all so well together of just like, okay, we're going to go here, meet here. Oh, I'm going to stay back at the hotel and do this. Like, I feel like it flowed very, very, very well. And I was so giddy. I probably seemed like a know-it-all. Went to Seoul once. Oh my God, this is all of young guys, like da-da-da-da, like telling them everything. And I was just like so excited to show them the places that I had gone the year prior. And we got our, we did the head massages and like the 18-step hair treatment. And my mom was so cute. Like, I could just tell she felt so beautiful and having like the best time of her life. And Ashley too, like she was just like so grateful. But it felt weird because normally you and I always share a room. But I stayed with Ashley and my mom, and you stayed with your mom. So it was weird because I saw you every day, but in a way it felt like I also didn't see you.
No, I completely agree. We were together for 2 weeks, and I was like, when you left, I was like, oh my God, I feel like I didn't see her at all. Like, we had like, I think 2 nights together in the hotel, and we just like slept, but even that, like that, felt like I saw you more than, and like getting ready in the morning and all the things. It's so like, the vlogs were so fun. And again, if you guys want to watch the vlogs, feel free to. And like, we've been posting TikToks and stuff, and there've been so many comments like, I want the recap. Like, I want the recap. We will give you a recap, but to be so honest, like there's really not a lot to report back other than just like, it was really good quality bonding time. Like, again, there was no drama. Unfortunately, there were no ghosts this time. Like, truly, it was just like a really incredible experience, and it was like so healing. We had so many friends reach out. One that really meant a lot to me was one of our friends who lost his mom, who was saying that he was just like watching our content and just like sobbing for us because it was so healing for him, which meant so much. And it was just, I'm so sorry because like, again, like I wish we had like things to update you guys on, but if you want to see like the activities we got up to, obviously you can watch the vlogs, but we really just like wandered around, had fun, got to eat all the cool foods together, explored new areas together, did a lot of shopping together.
Yeah, like nothing crazy happened.
No, and like, I'm so sorry. I wish I had something to say.
No. But think about it. We go on trips all the time where we like get drunk or have crazy stories, and like those are them. But like this one's so much more special because it was like with our family, and it was so wholesome. And like, yeah, it was really cool seeing everything through their eyes. It was really cool, like me bonding more with your mom and then you bonding with my mom more, and just like outside of the settings we normally do. It was really cute watching like my mom every morning. Just like I didn't realize, I knew we were really different, but she's so healthy with her food. But like every morning the hotel had a free buffet. So like we're getting all our food. She has like her 5 different kimchis and like all her salads.
Shout
and all
out
these
Amex.
things. Yo, but it was just so cute, like seeing your mom teach her certain foods that are from Korea and be like, oh, this is how you eat it. My mom like trying and being like, oh, okay. Like just little things like that was just really cute.
Yeah, it was so cute. She liked her kimchi every single morning, and she's like, oh my gosh, like I only get my kimchi from Trader Joe's, and like it's okay, but it's not the best. And my mom was like, okay, I'm gonna take you to like H Mart. I'm gonna take you to the Korean grocery stores. You're gonna get the real stuff.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like way better than Trader Joe's, I promise.
But it was cute because I feel like the first time we ever hung out with our moms, like, you know, they're like, oh, like we'll hang out, ha ha ha. And it's like, oh, sure, like, but you don't know. But like, it was really cute hearing them making plans, but like not including us in the conversation. Be like, oh my God, we'll have to do that. And like,
Yeah.
it was just so real. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God, I love this so much.
Yeah, we've like the extent of our like relationships with our moms together as a group. We've gone to lunch or dinner like a few times together as a group, and they've like seen each other at the live shows, but that's kind of really it. Like, I don't think they've hung out one-on-one yet.
No.
But now, obviously, I'm sure I'll track my mom, and your mom will be at H Mart now, or maybe they'll be going to lunch or something, which was really, really cute.
I hope so. And it's so funny because in some ways you're really similar to my mom and I'm really similar to Sue's, and then like vice versa. So it's like really cool. Also, I knew this would happen. They always say, like, even when you go off to college and then you go back home and visit, like, even though you've made so much personal growth in those years and you've become more mature, the second you like get back into your immediate like family of origin, like you get back into however you acted as a kid, or like what your role was in that thing. I'm the youngest, so I'm like annoying, and like there's times like my mom's like so slow, which if she was sitting here, she'd be like, I'm kind of slow. Like she is, okay? So I'm not just being mean. I'm like, Mom, we gotta hurry. Like one time, even the taxi driver, because she was taking so long, is like, go, because she's like slowly getting her back. I'm like, Mom, you gotta be aware. Like you gotta be aware. Anyways, things like that I would get annoyed at, because I'm like, Mom, hurry up. And then I'd realize I'm like, oh, I'm being mean. Like, Alisha, you're a mature 32-year-old now. Like, be nice, you know? Which if she was also here, she would say I was being nice and I wasn't mean. But you know, when you like, I knew that was gonna happen. So there'd be a few times where I was like, Alisha, like, she never travels international, you know, just because you're used to customs doesn't mean she is. Like, you have to remember your first time doing all this stuff. And she is just slow, and you know what? That's okay. So help her be faster.
She's stopping to smell the roses.
She is.
She is. She's enjoying every moment. She was savoring. I didn't think you were slow, Chris, between us, if you ask
Because
me.
I made her fast. Me and Ashley.
No, they were so cute. My mom and I talked about this on Basically Unfiltered, but my mom and I have not ever traveled for that long together, ever.
Like rooming together.
Because even like when we went last year, which was the longest I've ever like traveled in general with my parents, like they were in their room and you and I were in our room. So and to be honest, my mom and I have not always had the best relationship. We fought a lot when I was growing up because I'm very stubborn and she's very stubborn too. And at the end of the day, we're both eldest daughters, and so we're bossy, we can be bitchy, we're very stubborn with each other, so we like fought a lot growing up. And yeah, it wasn't until like maybe when I like hit my 20s or so when we like really started to get along. I think once I moved out on my own, and I already know like our relationship is so much better now, and I know when I have kids one day it's going to be even better. Like I'm really proud of the relationship that we've built, and just everything that we have now. But we started to kind of bicker on the trip because again, I haven't like seen her ever for like that amount of time. We had a talk that was a long time coming. I talked about this on Basically a little bit, but it was just a talk about like a lot of things that I've been wanting to talk to her about. I've been wanting to talk to my parents about, that I've been kind of unveiling in therapy for a while now. And we had like a really nice deep talk for like 3 hours. It was hard for sure, but I do think it was so necessary for our relationship and / also just for the trip in general. And we've been so good since, and I'm a lot more open about my feelings than she is. I have a mom, I have parents both, which I don't know if this is like a generational thing or if this is just like a them thing. I don't know if this is like an immigrant thing, but they just like don't open up about their feelings. But like, I know our generation's a lot more open about our feelings. So I'm like, hi, I'm feeling this. And when this happened to me, I'm feeling this. And she was like, oh my God, I didn't know about any of this, and like was super open and like apologetic and everything, which I really very much appreciated, because a lot of parents I'm sure would not, but it's taken us a lot to get there. And overall, like I feel like our relationship got a lot stronger because of it. You know that feeling when you put together a salad and suddenly you're like, wow, I'm really out here being an adult today. That's exactly how I feel every time I make one of the Taylor Farms chopped salad kits. It's so easy, but it just makes me feel like I've got my whole life put together.
Remi, you are telling me, like, it's one of those small wins that just makes your whole day feel a little more balanced. Like, I don't have time, or honestly, sometimes the energy to be like washing lettuce and chopping veggies and making dressing from scratch. And if I'm going to have a salad, like, please let it be prepared already.
That's why I love these kits. Everything's already prepped, fresh greens, toppings, dressing. It's literally all in the bag. You just toss it together, all together, and you're done. It is giving chef without doing the most. And there are so many amazing flavors too. I love the Mediterranean crunch, and I also love their Caesar. I've become a Caesar salad girl in like the past year or so, and I will literally just eat it straight out of the bag. I'll throw the dressing in there if I'm on the go. I'll throw the dressing in and I'll like close at the top and shake it. It's so delicious. You can add chicken. Sometimes I'll throw it like in a tortilla and make it a wrap. You can also put it in a bowl if you want to be classy, but I'm usually not. And it truly is just so easy to eat. And I love the micro chop ones too, because I love my salads super, super, super chopped up. They're just easy to eat and just a delicious lunch on the go or lunch at home.
Wait, Rem, did I ever tell you the last barbecue we had? I like brought a Taylor Farm salad and people thought you made it. And I was
really?
I was honored.
No,
I was the avocado. What was it? The avocado ranch.
Oh, I'm honored. No, they really are so good. I love the crunchy topping.
I was like, so you're saying my salad looks like a celebrity chef.
I love that so much. I'm truly honored. And the best part is no wasted ingredients. I'm not dealing with like half a red cabbage sitting in the back of the fridge for weeks. I just make it, I eat it, and I feel good about myself and my choices.
No, truly, if I can get my salad together, y'all can get your salad together. So go grab a Taylor Farms chopped salad kit and give yourself that I've got it together feeling.
Taylor Farms, get your salad together.
All right, guys, the rumors are true. Push-up bras are back and they're better than ever. I am so glad because I've always loved a push-up bra. I don't know. I've always loved it. I never shy away from a bra that gives me a good little lift. So when I saw the viral Skims Ultimate Push-Up Bra all over my feed, I had to try it out for myself. And I'm just going to let you know, it did not disappoint at all.
Same. Honestly, I love a push-up bra. I don't care if I have a larger chest. Sometimes you just need that lift. And honestly, when my girls are down to my knees, I need that lift. Other push-up bras that I've tried in the past were either like too bulky, too uncomfortable. They just like they look kind of fake. Like, why does it feel like I'm wearing armor sometimes? But Skims somehow figured it out. The Ultimate Push-Up Bra is so light, but gives you that lift. It literally looks like I got a lift.
No, same. I was shocked because honestly, like, love underwire bras, but I like how they look. I don't like how they feel. So I'd usually just wear bralettes because I hated how uncomfortable the underwires were. But the second I put on the Skims Ultimate Teardrop Push-Up Bra, I was obsessed. The lift is insane and the technology actually mimics a fuller bust.
And you feel the difference immediately. It's not just about the lift. The bra is actually comfortable. Like, I can wear it all day without constantly adjusting or feeling like I need to rip it off the second that I get home.
No, I've actually noticed that. Like, I used to always come home after like a long day and take off my bra and come and switch into comfy clothes. This is I will wear the bra all day and I'm being so serious. Also, do not get me started on how it looks good under clothes. There's no weird gaps, no awkward padding, just smooth, lifted, and snatched.
So if you've been looking for the push-up bra that actually delivers, this is it. Shop the Skims Ultimate Bra Collection and more at skims.com and the Skims LA flagship on Sunset Boulevard.
And after you place your order, let them know that we sent you, select podcast in the survey, and be sure to choose Pretty Basic in the drop-down menu that follows. It means so much. And yeah, love you guys. Literally after the next time I saw you, you gave me a quick little gist of it. And I was just like, you seem like not only relieved, but almost even like, dang, I wish that could have happened sooner. Like, because I feel like that was so needed. Like, it was just this like weight off your shoulders. And the one thing that, there's many, but one thing that really stuck out to me was when you were saying, you were bringing up things and your mom had no idea that she didn't even remember that. Mm-hmm. And then she's bringing up things that you're like, I don't even remember that. Mm-hmm. And it reminded me, I had a similar talk with my mom at some point, and I had mentioned something that I remember my whole life, like, clearly left an impact because I remembered it from a young age. Mm-hmm. And I like kept it with me for so long. Mm-hmm. And in my head, I'm like, you don't even remember that? Like, I kept.
How do you not remember
the
that?
power that held to me? Mm-hmm. And obviously I'm sure many people can put their own thing in there, but like, and then them being like, oh my God, I don't even remember doing that. I'm so sorry. It's a weird dynamic because you're like, wow, I expected you. I had it all in my head, what, like how you were going to combat this or what you would say to this or be like, no, I did this because X, Y, Z. And then it, like, to have someone just be like, oh, I don't even remember that. Like, that whole process of realizing like, oh, my perspective of everything was one way. And like you said, you're also a mom for the first time. And that is something that this whole trip I kept thinking of. I was like, this is their first time their daughters have taken them to X, Y. Like,
this is my mom's first time having a 30-year-old kid. It's my mom's first time having a 30-year-old daughter. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
Every year I get older, it's the first time she's having a daughter that's that age too.
No.
It's her first time being whatever age she is. And like, you know what I mean? I really, once I realized that, because you grow up thinking your parents are like all knowing. I mean, my mom all the time is like, moms know everything, which they do to some degree, but obviously
but they're not perfect.
don't. I'm very grateful because I am able to have those conversations with my mom where I'm like, hey, when I was this age, you said this to me that stuck with me my whole life. And she was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. She's crying. I'm crying. It was a lot. But I am also aware that a lot of parents would not react in that way. And a lot of parents would be defensive. And a lot of parents would be like, well, I was your mom. So, you know what I mean? Like, I know that because when I talk to my friends about these conversations I have, a lot of them are like, oh my God, like my mom would never, or like, wow, I can't believe that. Like, that's amazing. And I'm like, wow, I do need to be grateful for those things because sometimes I feel like I take a lot for granted.
Same. Oh, you know what's crazy? I believe my mom was 32 when she had me and I just turned 32. Like
crazy.
When you like think of things that way, I'm like, I can't imagine the pressure of like having a kid and then not wanting to mess them up like really hard and knowing you're going to cause trauma in some way, whether you like it or not, without meaning to, even if it's unintentional. Like it just, I think now that we're coming closer to the age where we hopefully would love to have children one day, it changes our perspective, obviously, of how we view our moms.
For sure. I mean, even my brother, you know, I'll like call him and be like, I'm mad at mom for this. I'm mad at dad for this. Da, 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 da. And he'll be like, look, I hear you and that sucks. But as a dad, I'm like, shut up. Because before we could just like,
he'd be like, yeah.
Now he's like, and I understand, like, and I know my perspective will change so much when I become a parent, but he's like, Rem, now that I'm a dad, I understand, like, they are trying their best. Like, I appreciate it because he's always, you know, hearing me and validates what I'm feeling.
He knows your parents.
And like, we're humans,
you know?
yeah, of course. But at the same time, also, he's like, but now he has a whole other level of understanding that I don't have yet, which is weird because he's also younger than me. So I'm like, how's everyone smarter than me now? Even to what you just said of our moms having us right now, because I think my mom had me when she was 31, so she would have been pregnant right now, which
like,
is
what?
crazy.
Picture you pregnant and me with a newborn.
No, but like not only thinking about like your mom having you right now and like, oh my God, I can't even imagine like the trauma and all those sorts of things. Dumbing it down to like the very base level. Can you even imagine having a kid? How do you have a child? How do you do anything? Like literally strollers, like literally the most basic things, strollers, car seats, breastfeeding. You can't feed them water. You can't feed them water. When can you feed them water? You know what I mean? Like imagine just they have books and obviously now we have the internet and things to be able to figure it out and like you figure it out. But
I'm
like,
gonna cry.
no, it's true. Like it's got to be so overwhelming. And then just the basic things are overwhelming. Then to think about like, oh my God, how am I going to traumatize my kid?
No.
Like it's so much on them.
I remember, oh my God. She's going to text me a long thing after this. I already know. I remember one thing that like growing up in a Christian household, like the topic of sex, like it was, you don't talk about sex or anything or like, you know, women cover up, blah, 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 whatever. That was mostly from our church, I feel like, and whatever. So I always remember feeling so resentful that like no one ever really had like the talk with me or like I just felt very behind, especially when I switched schools because all my other friends like knew stuff and I didn't. And I felt like I went from like my elementary school was so unbelievably small. There was like 15 kids in each grade, like very, very small. So then going from there to like a little bit bigger of a school, I remember feeling like I'm like exposed to the real world and like don't know anything. And I just felt very like out of the loop and kind of felt stupid when people would talk about things and I don't know what it means. But I remember my mom had given me like a book or something and there was, I don't want to say resentment, but I guess it grew into resentment that I eventually started holding was like, you didn't talk to me. You just gave me a book. Like, and you won't, like, it's like, we don't talk about this. I was like, that's like, I don't like that. Like I just like got resentment from that. Yeah. But then I got older and I found out obviously like she was adopted and then her adopted parents were like alcoholics and like they never had the talk with her. So she had to figure it out herself and she like found books that like taught her everything. So she just did what she thought was like what you do. You know what I mean? Like, so no, it's just like, it's so like, it's not even a big deal, but like when you put it that way of like,
if you're in high school and your friends are like joking about something like that, I understand. Like it is a big deal to you at that age. To you at that age. Course. But then when you come back and you're like, oh, like she didn't have anyone or anything. So she was just doing
what she thought was like better. You know what I mean? Like just trying to be like, oh, like, well, let me try to like little things like that is something I took for granted. Where before I only saw it as a like, I don't know. I was probably such a little fucking bitch. Like if I had me as a kid, oh my God, I probably was so nasty so much. But yeah, it just breaks my heart because I'm just like, oh my God, again, they're just doing life for the first time too, trying to figure it out as they go and trying their hardest.
That is trying to break generational trauma, is like understanding what was wrong and what you need to change and, you know, stopping it. And for a long time, I was worried of having kids because of stuff that I went through, where I was like, oh my God, I do feel like, and I talked to your mom about this a lot too, because she had alcoholic parents. Not that my parents were alcoholics, just like the idea of you know, when you then become a mom.
Oh, she didn't want kids.
Yeah.
Did she tell you that? Okay, yeah.
Yeah. But like when you do become a mom, it's like, okay, either I repeat history or I stop it here and I figure something else out. I do feel like I've done enough work now where I feel confident in my experience to acknowledge that it's not what I want and it won't be repeated as well.
Rem, you're going to be an amazing mom.
Thank you.
Even seeing you with my niece and nephew in Japan, I literally was like, you're going to be such a good mom.
Thank you. And you too.
No, like, guys, this is why I'm like, we didn't drink. Our parents were with, like, we didn't go out and party. We didn't go clubbing. We don't have crazy stories, but like, we just had such a good, like, wholesome trip that way.
No, it was like, it was healing in so many ways.
Healing.
I know, I'm sorry. I know they wanted the recap so badly.
No, they want this too, though.
I just can't even stress enough. Like, it was just amazing. We went to Japan, and then my mom actually left a couple of days early from Japan to go back to Korea because she was going to go on her girls trip. And so we stayed in Japan for a little bit. We had our fun time. We got to spend time with your family, which was really special. It's crazy too, because I mean, we know, but kids grow so fast. So we saw them a year ago. They're like so much older. They're so much more mature in a year. It's crazy. It's like, it's weird.
Again, small family. I never really had aunts and uncles around. Like I didn't have my mom's parents, and then I didn't have my dad's really. They lived far. So I never really had grandparents around. I know you were very similar. Like growing up, it was just your closer family. So I never understood the love of like an aunt or like niece and nephews. The way I would literally, like I was crying to Yuka when we just got coffee, just us. And I was like, I don't have tattoos. I would get their names tattooed on me. Like I love them so fucking much. Like I would take a bullet for them any day. I literally would like I will like move here if you need me to, like, and it's so weird finding a new level, kind of how like Shane, and they're not even my blood, like, but to me they feel like family. But like, and I'm sure you feel this way with Holden, where you're just like, oh my God, like it's just so special.
I would like give you the world. Like I would do anything.
Yeah. Like, so I feel like that's also just like, I don't know. And making, I just remember like wanting to play with, you know, people, and they're like, oh, I'm tired, I don't want to. And like, and then they look at me and they want to play. And I'm like, okay. I was like, let's make it hot. Like, it's okay.
Oh, I
like,
was running around that playground.
Yes, you were.
I had my big toe, and they're like, let's run, Auntie Remi. I was like, then we're going to run, guys.
You're
and
like,
we're literally chasing each other at Disneyland. No, it's so fun, and they're just so pure. And it's just like, I don't know if this is a weird thing to say, but I always like, I know I'm 30. I don't feel 30, even though 30 is not old, but like, I really was like, damn,
I'm old.
I'm close. I am. I could be their mom. I literally could be their mom. But in my heart, I feel like a kid.
Oh, bitch, when we're unboxing them Sunny Angels, I'm like, I'm 12. And then we like take them, and their energy's so high, and I'm like, can we get another coffee? Like, I'm like, oh my God.
No, it's nonstop.
It's like,
I envy it. I do.
Yeah. Or
I
even
really
me needing to crack my back at Disneyland. Like, it's just very, yeah.
I feel, I don't know if we've talked about this yet, 30 every year, but like, as I get older, especially 30 now, my body feels different. My hip pops in a certain way anytime I move it, like in a certain position, every time. And I'm like, oh, this is the new normal. Like it's going to do that every night, but it feels kind of good.
but the release.
It feels good. But I'm like, wow, but I was thinking about this the other night. I think this was last night actually, when I was laying there and my hip popped. I was like, whoa, it's pretty cool though that my body's been going for 30 years.
No, like
that's a long time.
This is kind of similar, kind of not. It's more with dating and stuff. But I saw a thing on TikTok, and it was like, if you're someone older and you're dating, like, do you look for other older people? Like, are you attracted to that more? Like help us understand more. Like, if you're in your like your 50s or 60s and you're like, maybe you're dating again, whether you had a divorce, your partner passed or whatever, like, do you prefer older? Like, you know, whatever. And someone had a response that was so cool. And it was like, it's not about looks. It's about like, oh, I can tell they've lived life and that's what's attractive.
That's
like,
cool.
And so when it comes to like wrinkles or whatever, it's like, obviously when you're younger, you're like, I just want someone who looks hot or like whatever. But then obviously if I'm in my 50s and someone doesn't look like
looks fade.
Yeah, I don't know. It was really interesting. And I loved that response. It was like, I see the beauty and the life that they've lived, you know, and like, that's attractive to me. Yeah. And I was like, I can so see that perspective, you know?
I mean, experience brings you knowledge and maturity. And I'm sure so many more things than we even know, even though we're 30, like we still have so much life to live.
But yes, going back to you being like, wow, my body's 30 years old. Like it's actually like been there for me through so many things. It's healed itself. It's done this, it's done XYZ. It's like, that's like beautiful. You know what I mean? Like it's so weird.
Growing older is so fun. It's just fun, actually, to be honest. I think it's really cool. 30 years? I'm like, when you look at those tortoises, and I know we just talked about tortoises, but like, when you look at a tortoise, you're like, oh my God, they like, that tortoise is 30 years old. You're like, holy shit, that's an old tortoise. But like in a good way, like it's lived such a long life.
Yeah.
I've lived 30 years. That's so cool.
Have you seen the other photo that's like going around? I saw one on TikTok too, where it was like, girls in their 30s are like, will complain about, I'm going to ruin it. It was like girls in their 30s are complaining about like still being single or something, but y'all have like healed your childhood trauma. Y'all have done this. You've all done this. You've done this. You've done that. Like you've gotten through, so you've set boundaries for yourself now. Da, da, da. And I was like, wow, that is so true.
It's really true.
It's so true.
Cal and I met when I was 24 and he was 23. And obviously I wouldn't change anything for the world because I love him so much. But we had a lot of hard times. Because if you're not growing together, you're growing apart. And your mid 20s, late 20s are very formative times. I feel like where you're figuring yourself out, you're learning, you're still doing all those things. It's just you're doing it with a partner.
Yeah.
Like I am healing my childhood trauma. I am learning boundaries. I am learning all these things. I'm doing it with a partner. And luckily, you know, we've set a strong enough foundation and also just like, I don't want to say it's love because I don't think couples that break up like don't love each other. I think it's just like it just so happens that we're working and it works.
It aligns.
It'll work. It works. But a lot of scenarios don't.
Yeah. Or even having a partner who is willing to let you evolve, because it can be scary when you see your partner like changing, and most people don't like change. So they're like, no, I don't want you to change and be different. So having a partner who's like, no, find yourself is like, cause obviously it's possible, but I do think having what makes the difference is someone who's, even in friendship, someone who allows you to grow and evolve into
For sure.
a new version of yourself versus holding you back.
I like, obviously there are pros and cons to everything. And like having a partner is amazing. Like I get to live with my best friend and we like go through all these cool things together and we get to experience life together and we get to build this future together, which is so fun. But also it has been challenging at times, but doing that while you're single, obviously, like a lot of people do crave companionship and you do feel alone sometimes. And it can be hard to be single, but at the same time, also, you don't have that fear of like growing apart from someone. So I see both sides for sure, but I do think it's a beautiful thing that everyone goes through, whether you're with a partner or not. But I do think it's really cool that you get to do it.
Yeah.
And now you're set up for success.
I was gonna say, as a single person, I think it would be harder to have a partner to have to evolve because changes, at least my personal opinion. In my opinion,
but it also just depends on the partner too. Like, which I totally agree with.
Yeah.
I can't imagine just going through your mid 20s, late 20s with a partner that like is not
supportive,
well suited for you. Yeah. Whether it is like they're not supportive or they're not loyal or something like that, obviously like that. I can't even imagine the stress on top of already going through everything that like you go through in life.
A lot of people put themselves last in their list of priorities. So it's like, how can you focus on yourself when what's right in front of you needs help?
Yeah.
You know? So it's like, this relationship's not working. Like, why doesn't he want this? Why isn't he initiating this? Da, 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 da. Regardless of that, I'm going to heal my childhood trauma. You know what I mean? Like that's usually last on the list.
For sure.
You know, of your to-do.
Yeah.
Again, it does depend. So that's why I'm always like, damn, props to anyone who's been together, like since they were younger and like grew up together or like figured it out together. 'Cause it's hard enough just me. Like I run from my own problems. I can't imagine running from them and trying to I don't know. There's a lot. But yeah, we literally like, I feel like we pretty much did the same things we did last year, but this time I just brought Ashley and my mom around. And then when your mom was around, you brought her too. Yeah. So we would go to our favorite places. I am excited because the next time we go back to Korea or Japan, I really want to go to like Kyoto. I'd love to go to Busan. Like I want to expand outside of just the major cities, but then I'm going to be on a month.
I know.
But that's okay. We'll figure it out. But yeah, there's like so much more I want to explore. So I feel like we've done the big cities really good. And yeah, so we were in Japan, hung out with my family for a bit. I wish we could have stayed there longer, but it just like timing wise, we go back to Korea because our flight had to be out of Korea.
We had to fly out of Incheon, which is the Korean airport. So we were like, oh my God, amazing. We'll go back, spend a couple more days there. We can get our faces done because last year when we went to Korea, obviously with my parents, and my mom had set up for us to go to this place called Losh Dermatology, and Korea, I think we talked about this last year, but Alisha and my mom set everything up for us for the last trip because I was like, I'm good. I'll follow you guys wherever. Like, I don't know what to expect. I don't really care. And so I thought we were getting like relaxing spa facials, only to find out we were getting our faces lasered over and over and over again. Yes. And I was really nervous and I had a lot of anxiety, but my mom was telling me because like my cousins will do it. I have like a lot of cousins in Korea and things too. Like my mom's friends who are like my aunt's kids. And my mom was like, trust me, like all of your cousins, like they come and they get it. And they're like, that was so much. I'm never going to do it again. And then the next day, you know, over the next couple weeks, the next day you're like, wait, that wasn't that bad. And then like over the next couple weeks, you see your results and you're like, I would do that over and over and over again. So we set it up last time. We did it. We loved the experience so much. And so then this year we were like, it's funny because last year when we went, we were like, oh my God, the wedding's happening next year. How cool would it be if we could get it done before the wedding again?
Like fully joking. Like not joking, but like, haha, like we knew it wouldn't happen.
Just like throwing it out there just to say it. And then it's just so happened we were able to be there before the wedding. And we were like, let's see if they'll have us. And
like,
they
God
had
gave
us.
us a sign. He gave us a sign. And we took it and we sprinted and we flew.
And we flew and we lasered and we laid and we swelled and all the things. But it was so worth it. And I'm really excited just because I do feel a lot more confident already. Like even after last time, like I'm feeling so much more confident in my skin, even figure out my hormones. Like I break out so much less now. Oh my God, I wonder if I'm ovulating. Hold on. Hold on.
It makes a difference though. And again, this is all stuff no one knows. Like how are you supposed to know?
Not yet. No, truly. But like my skin's so much better in general after getting my hormones figured out. But on top of it, like I do have a lot of hyperpigmentation and things from my experience with PCOS. And I've tried so many products and there are products out there that have helped me, but I needed a little more help than just that. And you know, I'm feeling so much more comfortable. The wedding's coming up. I'm feeling really excited for that now. I've never been like uncomfortable to not wear makeup, but it does just feel better when I feel a little bit more confident.
No, why do you think I literally tattooed my brows on?
Yeah, it's just a little easier.
Like microblading, little things like that. I was really excited to bring Ashley because she's so into skincare.
Yeah.
So we fly back. I can tell she was like, this is so long. I told her, I was like, it's going to be long. Like it's a long process. It's painful. But trust me, there's going to be a day you text me and say, wow, my skin's amazing. I can't wait to go back.
We got that text yesterday.
We did get that text yesterday. And she was just thriving. Like she was thriving. And like my mom and her went to Olive Young so many times and they're grabbing all the products. And it was so fun just being able to share some of the amazing things we could experience. Like, and I don't know how else to say that, but like, I remember coming home from the trip and telling them like that was one of the best trips of my life. Like we did this. And my mom the whole trip kept being like, I remember this from your last vlog. Like it's so cool that I get to be here now. Like even getting the 18-step head massage.
She won the Danimal sweepstakes.
She really won the Danimal sweepstakes. And it was really cool. And every day I feel like I'm pinching myself like, how the hell are we here? How are we doing this? This is insane. And I'm just like so grateful that I can even afford to like take them. Our last day in Japan, I surprised them and we did some shopping. Obviously, haven't done a haul yet. I put it on TikTok though, which I honestly wasn't gonna film. And you're like, do you want me to film like? And I was like, sure, why not?
Just for the memories.
But I'm so glad you did because it was like a blur to me. Like I blacked out.
I'm so glad you did because it went viral.
Because it went viral. No, I'm kidding. No, because I
that's
blacked
a memories
out.
thing. That was such a special moment and was so beautiful
Yeah.
to be able to witness.
I bought them purses for like a memory for the trip, and they were so sweet, and they cried, and they were really happy. And it made me happy because I was like, this is my love language. And I love them so much. Wow, I'm mushy today. My mom's gonna text me a long thing. I'm like, Mom, too much. Because I'm like that with her. I'm like, too much. Like if I'm crying, I know all she wants to do is just like run over and hold me and hug me and be like, honey, it's okay. But I get very like, no, don't touch me. So the way you are with me is how I am with my mom.
I can't even imagine you not being touchy.
It's just her. And Ashley's kind of the same way. Like obviously we love her, not like I'll hug her and stuff. But like over the years, ever since I was little, I'd just be like, no, like don't. But I think it's because I know like I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it.
You know what though? I do feel like you having such a like physically affectionate mom, like that's probably why you are so physically affectionate. Because my mom and I, like we do hug, but like we're not like, we're not, no, we like do normal hugs.
Yeah.
But we don't do more than that. Like
That's
we're
so
not
funny.
like, I don't come from like a very touchy family though,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Yeah.
I really don't. The only person I'm like touchy with is Cal, truly.
Oh my God.
Which is so funny.
See,
how it
growing up,
works
I
out.
feel like Ashley and I would always like be in the back of like the car. We'd have like pillows. We'd like lay on each other. We're sleeping. Like, so I feel like we always just grew up like her and I. Like if we're on the airplane, like it was a thing. We'd put the thing up. We'd lay on each other so we could sleep better.
I mean, having a brother, there's a layer of like weirdness.
Yeah, I'm
where
sure.
There are some brother, sister siblings that probably do lay on each other, and it's like a little weird. I personally think, not judging, just
no, yeah. There's an age where it's
there's
like,
a-
oh, it's
there's
cute.
a lot- exactly.
And then it's
when
like,
we were
oh, you're in
little and
third
we'd
grade
hold
now.
hands, it's cute. Now
Yeah.
if we were holding hands, that'd be weird.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I forget where I was going with that. Oh yeah, but my mom, anyways, love her. But I know she's gonna text me and be like, I love you, honey. Even on my birthday when we were opening presents, I'm crying. All she wanted to do, it's literally like, all I want to do is run and hold you. And I'm like, don't like, and enjoy this moment. Like we're gonna enjoy this moment by like me crying in front of you, like shows me being vulnerable with you. And like, I don't know how to explain it.
you know what? Every relationship, it works in its own way.
Yeah,
like, and
you're
that's
right.
that's what works for you guys, and that's what's beautiful about it.
But it's funny because my dad, who like doesn't talk much at all, like I can go over and hug him and just like stay there. And my mom's probably just like,
Oh,
but I think that's why we love dachshunds so much, because they will smother you. Like we're both like touchy and they'll come
she
up.
like goes for a hug and you just hand her Bentley.
Lit.
You're like, here you go.
No.
Okay, guys, summer is right around the corner, and I found the perfect relax and enjoy yourself summer beverage. It's called Happy Thursday Spiked Refreshers, and it literally tastes like pure weekend energy in a can. It's so delicious, and it's also really cool because it's non-carbonated. Sometimes I feel like bubbles, sometimes I don't feel like bubbles, and this is perfect if you're feeling something that's non-carbonated. It's just delicious, it's smooth, it's refreshing with fruit flavors, and is a light 4.4% ABV.
Oh, I just love summer when you're relaxing, you have a drink with your friends, you're playing games. And yeah, sometimes I'm in the bubbles, sometimes I'm not. No, I love a little spiked drink, especially during summer. I'm with my friends. We're in the backyard playing games, bonding, having heart to hearts. And sometimes I like don't want something super, super hard. You know what I mean? I just want like a nice little, I just want to feel relaxed, like I'm hanging out with my friends.
A little refreshing moment. No, I feel the same way. I want something refreshing. I want something light. And also the flavors are so good, you guys. Truly, there's nothing better than on a hot summer day having a delicious, cold, fruity beverage. And the flavors are incredible.
Speaking of flavors, let's talk about that, because this is where Happy Thursday really shines. My personal favorite is black cherry. I love cherry. My mom's the same way. Cherry flavored anything, obsessed with. I love it. It has a perfect balance of sweet and tart. Like, you know how some cherry flavors can have that too artificial taste? This one tastes like real black cherries.
I'm very picky with my cherry flavors. I love it too, but if it's going to taste, too artificial, too much like medicine, I'm not for it, but I love anything black cherry. I also love the pineapple star fruit. It's like a tropical vacation in a can. It's delicious. It's amazing. It's bright. It's fruity. I also love the strawberry. I'm a strawberry girl through and through. So it's like ripe, it's juicy, and it's just the right amount of sweetness. So if you want that weekend feeling at your fingertips, grab a pack of Happy Thursday Spiked Refreshers. No bubbles, just crisp, delish flavor. To find out more and get your hands on a Happy Thursday near you, visit drinkhappythursday.com/prettybasic. That's drinkhappythursday.com/prettybasic. Celebrate responsibly. Non-carbonated, naturally flavored with other natural flavors. 21 plus contains alcohol. Copyright 2024 Molson Coors Beverage Company. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Beer.
I have to put you guys on to my new favorite lip product, YSL Loveshine Plumping Lip Oil Gloss. I've been using it nonstop and I'm so obsessed.
It's the perfect mix of a lip oil and a gloss, so you get that high shine look and deep hydration. And the best part, it makes your lips look plumper without any of that stinging or burning sensation.
YSL Loveshine Plumping Lip Oil Gloss has spicy ginger oil and hyaluronic acid, so it gives you that soft, natural plump effect while keeping your lips feeling so smooth and nourished. Also, I'm really weird about plumping products, and this is one I am so behind. Like, I'm very picky with it. I'm also picky about the application. This is so good. This gloss has the jumbo plush wand, and that is a whole experience. I'm obsessed.
I'm like really picky about applicators. If they have like the jumbo plush wand where it just feels so nice on the lips, I am all for it. And it feels so good putting it on. It glides on so effortlessly and the shades are so pretty too. I've been loving shade 7 named Berry Bliss. And it's this gorgeous sheer berry that's perfect for day or night.
No, Rem, that one looks so freaking good on you. I've been loving the shade 3 Nude Pleasure. I tend to go more towards neutral lip colors and shades, and that's just the perfect everyday neutral that just enhances my own natural lip color. It looks so good.
Honestly, every shade is so wearable, whether you want something sheer and glossy or a hint of color. There's a shade for every vibe. And because it's YSL Beauty, it just feels so luxurious. The packaging, the formula, the way it makes your lips look, it's so good. So good. No stickiness, no dryness, just smooth, glossy hydration all day long.
So shop all 9 dreamy shades of YSL Loveshine Plumping Lip Oil Gloss now at Sephora. What was like a highlight for you?
Highlight for me, I think, is just where my mom and I are at right now. Like, again, and I know anybody listening, no matter what the, like, there's a spectrum, obviously, but like, no matter, there are a lot of things that I'm sure a lot of people want to talk to their parents about and that maybe aren't able to articulate it. Maybe they're not even able to, like, they feel something, but they're not able to, like, put it into words. Maybe they're scared. There's a lot of different reasons, obviously. But I think where I'm sitting at right now after having that conversation, like, I'm so grateful for, because if it weren't for the trip, we wouldn't have had that conversation. We would have had that conversation eventually. Mm-hmm. But I do just think it came up in the most, like, kismet way. It was a really beautiful conversation. So I think that's, like, my deep, really grateful highlight moment is, like, where I'm sitting at right now, and just, like, the things that we were able to work through. And light highlight, I mean, the food.
Yeah.
Honestly, the bagels I had after you left, I'm really sorry, but, like, that bagel lives rent free in my mind now, which I'll talk about after.
My light highlight would just be I fucking love the Hyundai Mall.
Me too.
Like, oh, and meeting Max.
Yes, Max.
Oh my God, shout out Max.
Hi, Max. If you guys don't know, Max Not Beer on TikTok, on Instagram, all the things. He's such a sweetie. I've been following him for a long time, and my mom has been following him even longer. She loves him, and my mom loves to be like, well, actually, she's only done it with 2 people, and it's literally Max and Alisha, and she made that very clear at our dinner together, where she was like, I've only ever seen two influencers online where she's like, I think Remi would really like them, and again, and maybe they'd really like Remi. My moms know all, and look where we're sitting right now.
Max and I sitting next to each other, like, oh, we made it.
But no, she must know.
No, it's crazy. It's actually crazy because, like, we clicked with him right off the bat. It was my first time meeting him, your first time meeting him in person. Truly, like, both our moms, everyone loved him, and he loved them. You know, like, again, like, I don't know, like, I loved that he was like, oh, I love that moms are here. Like, it was such a sweetheart. So much that we were like, what are you doing tomorrow? We're going to go shopping. Come with us. He came, he met up with us another day. We were like, come to our hotel and have the breakfast. It's really good. Like, literally, it's just, I think it's a testament to getting older, and it's less about time you have with people, like the years you've known someone, and it's more about just, like, you clicking right off the bat, like a genuine connection. Yeah.
What I really appreciated too is I hit him up to hang out, but I didn't want to be like, hey, do you want to hang out with me and my 5 friends? You know what I mean? Because, like, sometimes people, and I understand if that's off-putting because I've never met him in person. So I was initially just like, hey, do you want to, like, meet up and get dinner? And I was meaning just him and I, because, you know, maybe then if we hit it off, then I could be like, oh my God, yeah, my mom and my best friend and her mom and her sister.
No, I get it, because I would get very intimidated.
Yeah. And so I was trying to be as respectful as I could, obviously. So I was just like, oh my God, like, yeah, let's meet up. And then he was like, cool, I'm going to make a reservation. Is anybody else there? And I was like, oh my God, well, yeah, I'm here with my mom and my best friend and her mom and her sister, but, like, no pressure. And he was like, bring them all, which I really did appreciate. Yeah. So, like, it came up in a very, like, genuine, just authentic way.
Prime example though, like, that's what you would do for other people.
For sure.
But that's why like the click happened.
Oh,
because it's like, wow,
yes.
we have similar, like, we're just similar, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Because I was like, I don't want to scare him off. Imagine, I'm like, oh my God, yeah. Imagine, I was
Your
like, yeah,
posse.
dinner. And then I bring everybody. Yeah, my entourage. No, it was so great though. And like, yeah, we did just click and he's so fun. And if you guys did not know, he is from New York and he's white. And he moved to Korea after studying Korean in college, I believe, and moved to Jeju. And he has the craziest stories. We want to get him on the pod.
Yeah.
He's coming to LA soon. And we're like, come on the podcast, please. He moved to Jeju and was a teacher there for a little while. And that's when he started making
the
content.
teacher story was insane.
He was making content there and then really took off and speaks fluent Korean, like speaks genuinely, like all of my Korean friends that like saw we were together, then started watching his stuff while we were in Korea. We're like, he speaks better Korean than I do. And I'm like, I know.
Anytime we would go anywhere, like I feel like people would look to you to say things and then he would answer and they'd be like, oh.
The way I can't say anything.
But his Korean's so good.
Like if you
not that I know any better, but like it sounded good.
No, just like the way, I'm sure enunciation and things, like if you close your eyes, like everybody's gagged always by him. He's so sweet. We ate really good food together. We just like spent time together. I miss him already. We're gonna see him soon, and we're really excited. And hopefully he does come on pretty basic because I had a lot of people being like, "Please have him on."
Yeah, no, truly like besties right off the bat. So that was definitely a highlight, obviously, of the whole trip. And then yeah, I think obviously the deeper stuff is just like being able to share, to spoil family, like, and being able to like have them experience it. My mom kept being like, this is a once in a lifetime trip. Thank you so much. We were flying one of the flights between Japan and Korea. I'm sitting next to my mom and I look over and she like has her notepad. I posted this on TikTok. So I was like I'm sobbing. And I look and I'm like, what is she writing? We're literally on a flight. Like, what are you doing? I look over and it says like, talk with Ashley, something. I go, Mom, what are you writing? And she goes, oh, it's my diary. I don't want to forget any moment of this trip. It's been so priceless. And I literally wanted to sob. So then I filmed a video for the mem so I wouldn't forget it. And then I was like, I should post this. It was the sweetest thing ever because like that moment, I was just like, oh my God, I could cry and sob. Like, I can't.
It's so cute.
It was so cute. And even like, again, one day she'll come on and she'll say her whole backstory of everything. But like she grew up extremely poor. Like I said, alcoholic parents, like never would have dreamt that this would be her life. Like being able to like fly her business class there, like that just makes me so happy. So happy. And my dad was home watching the dogs. That's letting everyone know
You should bring him too.
Yeah, maybe next time. I want to take him to New York. Obviously, he's a huge like camera snob. And the last Canon shoot I did, they were like, you should come see our headquarters. It's in New York.
Cute.
So I was like, oh my God, can I bring my dad? I'd love that. And he was like, oh my God, yeah. Like, so I'm like, maybe that could happen one day. But yeah, it's weird. I think going back to kids, the way that recently our mind has just shifted of like, no, I want to like experience things with my family. I think like the second you know you're pregnant, your brain just switches. Like it, like now that's number one priority. You know what I mean? So like
my mom always tells me, and it's so funny because I'm like, I thought all moms told their kids this, but then when I talked to your mom about it, she was like, wow, I never thought of it like that. But my mom, since I was a baby, always told me, she was like, she loved her mom so much. And she's like, you know, her and her mom were super, super close. And she always knew she loved her mom. And then she said the second she held me as a baby, when I was like a newborn, fresh out, she said she like had this moment of, oh my God, I can't believe that anyone could love something this much in their life. And I can't believe my mom loved me this much in my life. Mm-hmm. So I'm looking forward to that moment when I do have a baby eventually.
I've heard it's instantly.
Yeah.
And everyone says the same thing. I didn't know I could love this much.
Yeah.
So I'm like, damn, I love Rosie pretty damn much.
I know.
But I'm sure it'll be different.
I mean, seeing Shane with Holden, it's like, I can't even imagine.
Oh my God.
I can't even imagine.
Ugh.
It's really sweet though.
No, like.
And I do think it's like, and we talked about this on Basically Unfiltered, but like at some point, there's like this saying that like, you know, you grow up with your parents putting you in diapers and then at some point you're putting them in diapers. And I feel that where it's like, I don't know when we were talking about like, we don't know when this shift happened, but like I feel so maternal over my mom.
I know.
And I'm like, I want to protect you. I want to make sure you're okay. I want to make sure that you get home safely. I want to make sure when they leave my house, the way that I'm just on Find Friends tracking to make sure they're safe.
The way I made my I stole their phones and accepted Find My Friends so I can track them, but I will not let them track me. But if she did that to me, oh my God, it'd be over. It would be over. Like I'd be like, that's an invasion of my privacy, da 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 da. But now I'm like, no, I just like, when you're driving home like an hour and a half, I want to make sure like you get home. What if you're in an accident? Da, 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 da. Like,
no, I know.
Like, or even, and like little things like that, I'm just like, I get it more now. Cause to me, I'm like, no, I just like I need to make sure you're okay.
Yeah. No, I feel like this like sense of just, I feel like a mother. Which is so weird. And obviously she takes care of me in more ways than I take care of her. But there's just this like urge to just like protect her all the time. And I'm like, you're so little. Which I mean, I still don't know how she birthed me because she is so tiny. Oh, I don't. And I'm so
she
big.
She eats so much too. My mom literally goes, I cannot believe how much Suze eats. And I was like, I told you.
I know. She puts it and like, imagine also, side note, and I've told her this my whole life. Imagine struggling with my weight my whole life and look at my parents. It like truly, it fucked me up in other ways.
Yeah.
I'm okay though. But truly like, it's like, she's so small, so tiny.
Well, and then you also don't know as a kid, you're like, well, what is a normal amount of food? Cause you're like, now I don't know. Cause you always get like.
Never thought that.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I never thought that. Because I was just like, damn, where does it go? Like that I was just like, wow, that's crazy.
In my head, I'd be like, oh, well, everyone eats 2 burgers.
I never thought that. I was just like, oh, I'm so jealous. Like that's crazy.
No, I understand. Like, but my mom was shocked. My mom was shocked.
Not that you eat too much, Mom. You're just so skinny.
Everyone's just so different.
You're just your metabolism is on fire. It's
honestly,
crazy.
My dad's the same.
Yeah. But they're very athletic. Like my parents have been athletes their entire life, essentially. Yeah. And I have not. So that's probably where the problem lies. And I have hormone problems. But, going back to like feeling like I need to take care of my mom. When my mom left Japan a couple days early and I told her, I said, you should have stayed in Japan. Like we were begging her to stay. We're like, stay with us. Don't go with your friends. Stay with us. And she was like, I love you. I have to go. She's like, my friends are waiting for me. We've had this whole trip planned. I'm going to go. And we were like, fine.
I get it. Like if we had a huge trip planned and then like someone just like left the whole time, I'd be like, oh, we were looking forward to this for years. It's like, I get it.
I was like, fine, go.
But so I wanted her to stay.
Yes, we love her. We were like, fine, go. She left and then got sick when she got to Korea pretty instantaneously. And when we met up with her again in Korea, she was like not doing very well. Like she got sick, like I swear to God, like overnight. Like it came on out of nowhere, got super sick. And we were in Korea. We had like, I think a day or so. So I was like, okay, let's monitor. Let's see what happens. Cause she kept being like, again, she's stubborn. She was like, I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be fine. Like I'm fine tomorrow. I'm fine tomorrow. And they were like, all her friends were like going from Seoul. They were going to go to Jeju. They had like Mokpo. They had like all these places.
They also were going to go to Vietnam and then the measles broke out.
They were supposed to go to Vietnam originally. And then there was a measles outbreak. So then they decided they were like trying to figure out their trip. There's a lot up in the air. I was like, oh my God, am I staying? Like, do I stay with my mom? Like, what am I going to do? Do I go? Like, and I was just like freaking out. And as a planner, I was not doing well because I wanted to plan and I wanted to know what was happening. And so essentially we kind of like waited it out that last day that we had on the trip. And ultimately she ended up getting worse. And it was the night before. But still, she's sick and she's like, no, I'm going to get better. Go home. Like, I don't want to make you say like you have work to get to do. Like you have to go home. You have Cal, you have the dogs. You've been gone for so long. You have work. Like, I don't want you to take care of me. Like, I don't want to burden you in any way. Like, please go home. As she's like sick. And I was like, okay, well, like, let's see how we feel in the morning and then we can decide.
And have her go to the doctor.
And go to the doctor.
You're like, let's just wait.
Yes.
We'll figure it out. But that was, by this time we're sharing a room now.
Yes.
So it was like the third night we'd like actually shared a room.
Yeah.
So I could definitely tell you like you were stressed, but you're like trying to figure it out. And you're like,
yes.
Obviously we can't know anything till the morning, but like if I'm going to stay, I need to let Cal know. And if I'm I need like the hotel said that they were booked out. So now I need to like, what do we do?
Yeah. There were a lot of moving pieces. And as a type A person, if you are also a type A person, you know that not having a plan feels horrible. For some reason, I know it's not the end of the world, but like it just feels like, oh my God, there are so many factors and I feel like stifled. Like I can't do anything until this one decision is made. Exactly. So I was very stressed and all day long too. We'd been there already for 2 weeks. I was so excited to go home. Obviously I loved the trip, but like I was homesick. I missed Cal. I hadn't been away from Cal for that long. almost ever. I missed the dogs. I had so much work stuff. There's like a lot of stuff that was like packed, like starting to like load up. I was excited to get home and get things done. And now obviously I was like, oh my God, well, if she needs me, I'm going to stay. Obviously no questions asked, but I'm calling my dad and I'm like, Dad, I don't know what to do. Like, do I stay? Like, what's going to happen? And my dad, of course, is like, oh my God, well, obviously like I'm worried about Mom, but also like, if you have work, you need to come home. And I'm like, no one wants to tell me stay, obviously. Because they're like, they understand I have other things that I have to take care of, but also I'm like,
it's hard too, because you're like, I want to stay, but also I couldn't be that much help because like it's not like you need to translate for her. You also were like I remember you were like, I want to, but also just like peace of mind. Like if it was me, I would want someone to stay with. Like I feel like I should.
If the roles were reversed, there is no world where I could convince my mom to leave.
Yeah,
like she would stay and like no questions asked. Even if I was begging her, please go, she would not. If I was sick, I know that. So. It was just so funny because I'm saying all this to lead up to like, I was getting really worried. I was worried about her. I was worried about the plan. I didn't know what to do. There were a lot of other factors of like, I had to change the flight. What's the latest time I can change the flight? I have to extend the hotel. They're telling me they're booked out, all these sorts of things. And all day long, I was really excited because I had gotten my pajamas cleaned.
No.
With the hotel.
No.
Which I don't do dry cleaning at hotels ever, but I treated myself because I had only packed like not enough pajamas for 2 weeks. And so I was like, oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm gonna have fresh, clean pajamas. I literally was talking about it while we were out that day. I was like, oh my God, I can't wait to go home and have pajamas. It's
and
gonna
I
be
had
amazing.
just done PJs, and I had just done laundry because I was also trying to wait for the whole trip. But like, I have become a sweater at night. And let me tell you, one night like that, you can't use those PJs again. Now I need to bring like dish soap so I can do it in the sink or something.
Yeah.
Because I'm also not going to pack 10 things of PJs. So I was like, I'm just going to do some of my laundry too. I did it at the Tokyo hotel. So I had told you were like, oh, how did you do that last time? I was like, they said to like fill out the numbers, but I called and said, I'm not sure. I had already put everything in the bag. So I was like, oh, I'm not sure exactly like the amount of things. They're like, that's fine. Just put the paper on top. So I was like, okay, perfect. So I set it outside and put the paper on top. So that's how I did it. And then Remi was asking me like, oh, did you fill out the numbers? And I was like, oh, you don't need the numbers. But in my head, I was like, but you still need the paper. Didn't mention that.
So we...
My bad.
No. So all day long we're out and I'm like, oh my God. I'm like verbally being like, I can't wait to put on fresh pajamas. Like, oh my God, I'm so excited. Like, oh my God, this is gonna be so great. And then I found out my mom's sick. So then I'm starting to stress. All these things are like loading up. But in my head, I'm like, at least I get to like clean and get my fresh pajamas tonight and get into bed. And we get back to the hotel and now I'm trying to figure out everything. And I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna start packing in case I go home tomorrow. If not, I'm still packed. It's fine, whatever. So I'm packing up my stuff and I'm like, I wonder where my pajamas are. I don't know where they are. And I look on the floor and the bag of dirty laundry is sitting there and they didn't take it. I'm like, oh, wait, they didn't take my laundry. And you're like, wait, what? And I was like, wait, I'm so confused. Like I did the thing. I put it in the bag like you told me to. And Alisha goes, oh, well, did you put the paper on top? And I was like, wait, I thought you said I didn't need the paper. And you're like, oh my God.
I feel so
I'm
bad,
so sorry. I thought that I told you to put the paper on top. And I was like, oh, no, like it's okay. It's not a big deal. Obviously it's fine. I can wear the pajamas one more night. But at this point now, I think the pajamas were my breaking point of just like
needle
feeling.
that broke hey, this all happened. It's like it's never the ice cream that fell. No. It's never the coffee falling. It's everything that leads up to the coffee falling.
Yes. It was just simply my last straw of the day. And obviously I was projecting when it came to the pajamas. Obviously I was just really stressed out about my mom and also like, what do I do? And like, I am no help, but I want to help. And also like the pressure of like, I'm her daughter. I need to stay here and help. And also her just being sick. And so the pajamas did it for me. And I was like, Alicia's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And I was like, no, it's totally fine. Don't worry. And
sorry, I shouldn't laugh.
No, it was so cute. Funny.
It was funny. So funny and cute.
I just sit on the floor and I start like folding up my clothes. And as I'm folding up my clothes silently, and so Alicia's like in bed, like on her phone, and I'm like behind her, like in the corner, and I'm packing up clothes. And I just start softly crying, but silently. Cause I was like, I know if I first off, this doesn't warrant like a real cry, but I was just like a little overwhelmed of like, I don't know what to do.
Yes,
and
it does.
No, it's fine. I was like, I'm just like, I don't know what to do. I want to help my mom. I don't know how to help my mom. And now I don't have clean pajamas. And so I'm just sitting there literally just like silently just bawling. Like actually like it was a full on cry. And then
I tried so hard to not, I knew like, I was like, I'm gonna let her for a few moments.
You knew from the get-go?
I knew.
Oh,
This
that's so
bitch
funny.
probably the second it came, I was like, I feel the energy. I'm here. I'm just gonna sit. I'm gonna like lay. I'm gonna like let her like, because I'm not sure if she wants me to notice because she is being so quiet.
Oh, well, I was just worried that you were gonna think that I was mad about the laundry.
No,
also.
you can't. It was so cute. She's sitting there and she's like folding her socks together, and she's like, and then I'm like, are you okay? Do you need something? She's like, I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you. No, it's fine. Do not worry. And I was like, no, I'm just like, are you okay?
I was worried that you'd think it was the laundry because it went from just me being like, oh my God, what do I do? To me being like, the laundry, and then crying.
No, bitch, are you kidding? I'd be a dumb idiot. I'm like, you like don't know what's happening with your mom, which the next morning we found out she did have pneumonia.
We found out it was pneumonia, and that officially was when I was like, oh, I'm staying. Sorry. I know you don't want me to stay because you don't want to burden me. You have pneumonia. I'm staying. So I decided to extend my trip until at least her friends were coming back, and her friends were like, oh my God, like let us come back. And my mom was like, my mom felt bad obviously because she's like, you're on vacation. No. And she was like, I'll stay by myself. And I was like, at least let me stay, let your friends vacation, and then I'll be here. I was like, I had cleared out a few days when I got home to just like relax and get back on schedule. I was like, I'll relax these days here then.
Yeah.
And then I'll go home and I'll get right back to it. It's totally fine. And so I'm so glad that I stayed because obviously just like I couldn't be with her because she was sick.
Yeah.
So we were in different rooms, but you know, I was like, I made sure she got fed if she like wanted soup or anything, because obviously room service is so expensive too. I didn't want her to feel like, you know, like that, like she did do that or anything. So I was able to, you know, go out and get her soup, get her things that she wanted, get her snacks, make sure she drinks water, get her medicine, go with her to the pharmacist to make sure like everything was okay. So I was able to do all those things, which I'm so glad that I stayed. She got exponentially better very quickly. Like as the days went on, she got better and better and better.
They gave her a lot of antibiotics.
Yeah, she was on a lot of different
stuff. Also,
stuff.
the air quality was kind of low. So we were like, don't go outside.
That too. There was just a lot going on. And yeah, overall, like I'm so glad that I stayed. The first couple days I was just like in the hotel there for whatever she needed. And then my mom and dad both were like, if you're going to stay, that's fine. But like go outside. They were like, you're in Korea. Mom's okay. She'll call you if she needs you. But like, please experience other things too. They're like, you're in Korea. You're spending the money, go have fun, which I really did appreciate because otherwise I would have just like stayed in the room the whole time. And so I went out and I did a couple things. Like I got her pastry some places. Like I wanted to just make sure she knew I was like thinking of her, and I got to bring her back some fun stuff. And then one thing she really wanted was, she wanted me to try it, but then I also was like, if I'm going, do you want anything? And she just sends me a photo of a bagel. I was like, I'm on it. So there's this place called London Bagel Museum in Korea that is super popular, and people will wait like hours and hours and hours for these bagels. And they had opened up a pop-up of it at the Hyundai Mall that Alisha and I love so much. So my last morning, I booked it over there, and I got there before the mall opened. I was like, I'm going to be first in line. The mall opened at 10:30. I was like, I'm going to be there at 10:15. I'm going to be first in line. All these bitches wish. I get there. There's a whole crowd of people waiting to get into this mall that had been lined up probably for like 30 minutes or so. And I'm waiting in line, but like not because people start cutting me. And I was like inching forward because I was like, I've been waiting. Like, do you know how
also,
lines work?
You and I are like,
I would never say anything, but I'm like,
yeah, if someone like, I hate this about myself. I wish I could be like, oh, sorry. Like,
I would literally
I was
never.
in line. Oh, I'd rather die.
No,
like,
same.
I
would rather just go home.
And I hate that about myself. Like, it's so easy to be like, oh, the line actually starts back there.
But also language barrier too.
True.
So like I was just, it's fine. And you know what?
So sorry. Let me go to the back of the line for you.
Yes. And you know what? Karma paid off though, because I will say, so I walked in and there's like a bunch of doors to get into the mall. Everybody was lined up on the right side of the doors. And so I like waited in line, but so many people were there that it started to curve. So I waited to the side and I was kind of like in between the two, I will say. But I think everyone just saw the line on the right. So everyone, and like that was my mindset too. I was like, oh, obviously they're going to open up these doors then. And then I'll just be at the end of the line. But then people started cutting me and like swarming the front door. But then guess what? Left doors open. So I got in, honestly, like 3 people in. So it's totally fine. But I walk in, and as I'm like walking in, people start running through this mall, which I will say something that I've picked up. And I told you this when we were in Korea. I was like, in America, people don't run unless you're like running from something.
Or
like or like it's
an
Black
emergency
Friday.
or
like there's an emergency or like something's happening. Like or people don't just like run, or unless you're like literally at the park and people are like running for sport. Like people don't run. In Korea, people just like run to run. Like if you're like they'll just run out of nowhere. Like if the car's like 20 feet away, you know, like in America, you don't, unless you're like trying to like hail a taxi or running, they just run.
Yeah.
Like, good for them, cardio. So people start running through the mall, but like that.
And this is a nice
people
mall.
don't really run in America in malls, right?
No.
Unless like, again, something's happening. So they're running and I'm like, oh my God, I feel like I'm not allowed to run, but people are running. So then I'm like fast walking.
Yeah.
But then as I'm seeing people run, I'm like, I guess it's okay. So then I start running.
I would pay for that security footage, Rem.
I vlogged it. And I'm like literally verbally being like, people are running. I guess I'm gonna run. And I'm like running down this escalator, and it's like a big escalator.
Yeah.
I run all the way down because I was like, I've been waiting. I'm not gonna wait 2 hours for these bagels. I would have for Sue's, but I didn't want to. And so I run up. I get there first in line to get not first in line. There's people already there, but like I'm at the front of the line, and you know what? So I like run up. And there's like a line on the right and there's a line on the left, and people start like lining up on the left, but I'm closer to the line on the right? This is my karma and smart thinking. And then I see the people on the left talking to the girl with the iPad who's like signing people up, and she points to the right, but I'm first in line now. So I just get in line versus like, depending on the day, I would have lined up behind the people, you know, but I was there. So I stepped in the line. I was first. Then it's my turn to step up, and I have to put my name into their like system, and but then they're like, you download the app. So then I'm like downloading an app, and it's taking so long. My phone's not loading. It's in Korean, truly. I'm like trying my best to figure it out. And then it's not loading. And so they're like, oh, you can step to the side, and they're helping other people. And now people are going through so fast. And I'm like, so actually, to be honest, I probably got in after that line would have formed anyways.
No, but hey, you were first in line.
I was first in line. Thank you.
Doesn't matter if you didn't hold up your end of, not hold up. You were first in line.
I kind of cut. And you know what? Karma paid me back for that. So finally I get in.
Karma paid
I
me
get
back.
all my bagels. I took them back to my mom. They were incredible. Damn it. Some I wouldn't wait 2 hours in line for. Some I would. Specifically, if you go the truffle butter pepper one and the pretzel bread one. Phenomenal. And all in all, then I went home, and my mom is now home. She literally got back yesterday. Crazy. She was there, but she got better. She got to the last few days of her trip. She got to like actually explore with her friends. And she sent so many cute photos. And she sent this really cute one of like her in the subway. And she was like, it was a live photo. And she's like, hold it down. It was like her like running. And like, I was like, oh my God, like your lungs feel good enough to run. So she had a really good trip. And I'm super glad that she is better now, obviously. And now she's probably resting.
No, I'm so glad she's back. I'm so glad she can rest. And I'm glad that she's like actually fine, because that actually, I kept being like, we're not going to stress until we get a diagnosis. Oh shit, we did get a diagnosis, and it actually is worse than we thought.
Yeah.
So,
oh, you know what I thought was really sweet? We have to say one more thing. I'm sorry, this is a long episode, but you guys left on a Tuesday, was it? A Tuesday?
Yes.
I don't know, whatever day it was. You guys weren't scheduled. Weren't scheduled to leave till like the 7 or 8 p.m. flight. So it was like later on in the day. So we're back at the hotel, packing up, like pretty much ready to leave. And I look at my phone. Well, I go back to the room because I was with my mom making sure she was okay. And then I look at my phone, and Alisha was like, hi, come to her family's room. And I was like, okay. So I like go back to the room, I put my stuff down, and then I come to your family's room, and I like walk in. It's like very serious. Yeah. I was like, oh my God. I'm sorry for cutting the line, but you have to understand. And so I walk in, and it's like, we're like giggling and laughing. And then all of a sudden it gets very serious. And they're like, you can sit down over there. And I was like, okay. So I like sit down. I feel like I'm in trouble. And it was really so sweet. They all, and I had a feeling, but like they obviously had talked, and then they were talking to me, and they were like, so do you want us to stay? And I was like, no, I promise I'm okay. And they were like, I know, but like, do you want us to stay? Like, what would you say if we wanted to stay? And I was like, well, if you wanted to stay because you love Korea so much and you can't leave, then I would say, amazing. I'm so glad you love Korea and you should stay. But I was like, but if you're solely staying because you're worried about my mom or me, then I would say, go home, because we're going to be fine. And I don't want anybody else to stay longer than they need to if they don't want to be here and they have other things to get to, and like work to get back to, and family to get back to, and dogs to get back to. I was like, I understand. I appreciate the sentiment. And then Alisha like looks at me, and she gives me this like, be fucking for real look.
I gave you that look.
I got the be fucking for real look. And I was like, I It means more to me. It means so much to me that you're even offering. And like, I would do the same for you, but like also I promise I'm 1,000% okay. And I was.
And you were. And it was fine. It was just funny because I go to their room because I'm like, I need to process out loud. I was like, this is what's happening. I should stay, right?
Wait, that's funny. I didn't know what happened.
I was like, I feel like I really should stay. I was like, I don't think she would tell me if she actually wanted me to stay. Like, I think she would rather be like, no, go home.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, if I did, like, well, how do you guys feel? And they're like, no, like I would want, even my mom was like, honestly, I would stay too. Aww. And then I looked at Ash and I was like, look, if you want to go home, I fucking get it. Go back to your mans. I get it. Right. She's like, no. If you guys are staying, like, I will stay. Like, I feel like we should, like, so I feel like, you know, I feel like Remi would tell us. And I was like, I think she would, but like, let me get a be fucking for real out of her, because like, we either got to leave for the airport now, or we got to figure it out. We really got to figure it out.
I was worried for my mom because obviously she's sick, but like I knew in my gut, I was like, we're going to be okay. Yeah. Like it wasn't that bad, but I just was like, I will never live with myself. If also I got on that plane, we were 13 hours without Wi-Fi, and then I get a text that she's worse, and then she's alone. Like that was my worst fear. Like she was okay at that point. I was just worried about it getting worse.
But also again, like she went for it, like it was just like boom, hi, you have pneumonia.
But also, we've like had pneumonia in the past. We have like asthma issues in our family. Like we have like lung problems. So, like it wasn't like the most far-fetched thing.
Yeah.
So but I just appreciated the sentiment so much. It meant a lot. And honestly, I told you, and I told my mom also, I was like, partially I think that this is payback for me being a brat at the beginning of the trip, that now I'm here to take care of you at your beck and call. What do you need? I am your waitress, your nurse, whatever you need. This is my payback for being a brat to you in the beginning. And also,
but also it's beautiful because it's like you love her so much that you don't, you know what I mean?
And truly, again, like I know our talk was like very heavy, but like I truly, I was so happy to be there with her because like I love her so much. And like that talk meant so much to me, and just all the things. Honestly, also, I kept telling you this. I was like, I love Cal and I love spending time with Cal, but living with a partner, like you don't really get a lot of alone time. Mm-hmm. And so it was nice to like also have like independent time. I was able to like walk around by myself and decide. Yeah. Oh, I got so bored. But I got to do my own thing. And like, you know, I got to call Cal and like we did talk on the phone for like 6 hours, but like we were separate, which was really fun. So there were like pros and cons to everything, obviously. In the end, all that matters is her health. She's totally good. We're all fine. She's resting.
We missed you on the flight back. I did unbox the Sunny Angel and put it on the seat the whole flight.
You thought of me.
That was you.
What was it?
I think it was the fox.
Cute.
Yeah.
Cute. The fawn.
Fawn. Damn it. Anyway. Remi did get her laundry done, and that's all that matters.
I did. Oh, that feeling of the cool material touching my skin was absolutely indescribable. Indescribable.
But no, it really was such a good trip. Obviously, it was very, it was pretty chill. It was wholesome and happy. And tell your mom or your dad or a parent figure or someone you love in your life that you love them. And comment if you made it to the end. You know what? We'll make up for the very wholesome trip. The fact that our next episode is most likely going to be us at Coachella, and we all know
we can guarantee that won't be as wholesome.
It's about to get chaotic. What?
I said we can guarantee that will not be as wholesome.
That will not be as wholesome.
And we won't be learning as much. It's going to be so honest, and we won't be healing as much.
We're not as much. Yeah.
But you know what? Duality,
Remi.
Maturity. We learned, we grew on this trip, and now we retract it all back with some debauchery in the desert. Ooh, title for the next episode.
No, really? Love you guys so much. We'll see you then. Bye.
Bye.